Lyra Valkyria coming in as the champ against Becky Lynch. So stipulation here, if Becky wins, Lyra has to raise Becky's hand. If Lyra wins, Becky can no longer challenge while Lyra is the Intercontinental Champion. So, a lot of questions to go over here, Maddie, in this feud. This feud has progressively leveled up a little bit, right, as we've seen it go along from the last PLE on working its way up to here at Money in the Bank. And then you have the extra added stipulation, a little extra intrigue, and then it's been just long enough, right, that Bayley is kind of lingering back there in your mind, like, where is her role in all of this? So what do you make of this match, and how do you feel like it's going to be different, from the one that we just got?
I do like the stipulation added, where it is like this is pretty much Becky's last chance to at least face, Lyra as part of the chapter. So I do think it's that, and I do think Lyra stepped up her game. We were kind of before this feud, we weren't really sure what we had with her. But I think on the mic, she's excelled. And in the ring, she looks a lot more fluid with Becky. So I think that's been definitely, regardless what happens at the pay-per-view or PLE, this has been a breath of fresh air for her and for us as wrestling fans. With Becky, this is interesting because Lyra's already got two wins against her.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it big-time Bex, or what are they doing here? If she loses here, I think it does more harm than help. So to me, I'm kind of in a tough spot with both these girls right now because you do have Becky, you do have Lyra, both heated rivalry right now. You do have Bayley in the background. So what do you make of this? Like, who wins in this feud with a win or loss?
I do think the stipulation helps in that it's just a different vibe. Like, it's not just about the championship. I think it's almost actually more important to Becky to get her hand raised by somebody that's gotten the better of her than it is necessarily specifically for the Intercontinental title. But I do like that you're pointing out that Lyra feels more fluid in the ring, that she feels like she has a little extra oomph on the mic, right? She even told Becky, shut up, this is my time, you're not talking, I'm going to tell you what's going down right now on Monday Night Raw. And it just feels very different from their first feud. It's one of those things, it's like iron sharpens iron, right? Like, she almost needed Becky to level up a little bit. It wasn't, and this isn't a slight at somebody like an Ivy Nile or that level of like sort of mid-card talent, but it just wasn't, those title defenses for Lyra just were not really putting her on the map. You get somebody like Becky, a returning Becky that has the heel turn, and all of a sudden we have a completely different amped up version of Lyra. We're getting this very amped up heel version of Becky Lynch. And so I think this feud is actually peaking at the right time, and it's different. I know the last time we both projected that Becky, we thought, was going to go ahead and take the title off of Lyra to end that run, but I think it actually means a little bit something more if she does it now than if she would have the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the storyline progression's there. I think the question is what happens after this match. I think more or less for either, I could see Bayley costing Becky the title, but I don't know if that necessarily, if you do that, then the feud's kind of doesn't mean as much to me. So I think I got to go Becky here. I want her to get this win. I want to see Lyra. I mean, I don't think it hurts Lyra to lose here to big time Bex. I just think there's a rematch coming somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a rematch coming somewhere down the line, and it doesn't even, I guess if we're looking forward to SummerSlam, right? Or even Night of Champions, which I think is in the way of SummerSlam. Is the bigger match, if Becky wins, is the bigger match just her and Lyra for the third installment, or is it Becky and a returning Bayley maybe?
I think a returning Bayley. I think Becky elevates the title, and that's what we're trying to do here is make the mid-card and make the women's tag belts just as important as the main title. So to me, yeah, I mean, either way, even if you had a triple threat, there's ways to go forward with a win here for Becky, I think.
Yep, I'm gonna ride your coattails there, and I'm gonna say that Becky Lynch is going to be our new women's Intercontinental champion. John Cena, Logan Paul,